Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Gemini, December 23, 2022. The Sun begins its transit of your partnership sector today, where it will spotlight your relationships for a month. You are more conciliatory, ready to compromise, and diplomatic at this time of the year. Through feedback, you gain a more holistic view of yourself and your life. Until January 20th, you see things from two sides. You're more aware of imbalances and eager to restore order to your life. It's a time for making adjustments and compromises as you achieve a better life balance. You might recognize the need for a different perspective on your life. A project may bloom now, and you're turning a corner, looking for new interests or things to do. Today, restlessness can either motivate you to make improvements or lead you astray. This is due to a Sun-Jupiter square that has a way of showing you where you're not meeting your expectations. Try not to let impulses rule, as they are unlikely to lead you down the right path. Of course, something good may come of your mood, especially if you avoid overdoing and instead conserve your energy. This way, you'll have a better idea of your next step. The winter solstice has finally arrived today. This is one of the most important turning points in the entire year because it initiates the winter season in the northern hemisphere. Long nights, cold days, and snowy weather often decorate this period of the year, encouraging us to bundle up and cuddle in close with those whom we love. You tend to enjoy this period of the year significantly, as it allows you to dig deeply into your past, your family, and your heritage. Embrace the beauty of the moment as you live intentionally. New opportunities are on the horizon. As the moon enters fiery Sagittarius, the sun will also enter your opposite sign today. The lunar energy will give you a boost of pep to get through your workday with a positive mindset. Meanwhile, Capricorn season will encourage you to reconsider who and what you want to commit to in your work life. New opportunities for obligations, contracts, and partnerships are possible. This could even be the perfect time to discuss the long-term trajectory of your established arrangements as well. Lock your commitments and partnerships down. On both sides of the financial fence, there is reason to look to the future with confidence. While Saturn still wants you to take a frugal approach to your spending, he is waiting for support in the new year to take your power back. At the same time, it is the professional gods that are putting things in place on the job and career fronts now that can lead to income potential in the future. Today's atmosphere helps you express your emotional side. With so much attention being paid to your energetic personality, it can sometimes be a challenge to make yourself vulnerable and really know what you are feeling. Movement that challenges you to be physically vulnerable is a recommended practice for emotional release. Yoga, of course, and stretching out the chest cavity in particular. Applying a hot water bottle to your chest at night is another way to bring gentle attention to your emotional core. This day and chances are you'll be encouraged to allow some of your imagination and creativity run wild. Yours is a practical, hardworking essence that thrives on accomplishment. Yet, without allowing yourself to just dream every now and then, you can become stifled more quickly than you realize. Find something in your day that will allow you to indulge in this kind of activity. Even if it means gazing out the office window for 5 minutes, you'll enhance your overall well-being. There is a change in the dynamics of this professional year today, with the professional gods almost seamlessly shifting from a busy work focus to one that is more about looking towards professional growth and expansion. It is during Jupiter's first full day in your career sector that the Sun leaves your work sector today, with the Moon staying on until tomorrow to tie up loose ends and to help with the transition. The professional gods will remain just as active, but the focus is shifting from what you do day to day to more long-term objectives. On the same day that Venus, the planet of love, moves into her final 12 days in your relationship sector, and Mercury, the planet of communication, his final week in direct motion here, the Sun returns. This is the point in each year when the solar spotlight will always shift onto your relationships, but this year to find that things already have a head start. Our eyes in the sky. The Sun moves into Capricorn today, marking the solstice and beginning of winter. This ambitious sign lends us plenty of resilience as we navigate the holiday season. A square between the Sun and Jupiter gives us the opportunity to communicate bluntly, but try to avoid being too matter-of-fact with people who are especially sensitive. The energy here can also cause our focus to shift toward the things we want to accomplish before the year ends, while considering our goals and resolutions as we continue to inch toward 2023. You feel impatient, on edge, unable to relax. It's particularly difficult to find any peace. If you're normally calm and well-balanced, this is the stimulation you need to put plans you have been thinking about for a long time into action. With such an enterprising attitude, you may be overstretched. If you feel on edge, allow yourself the peace you need. If you enjoy buying yourself something new, go ahead and do it. You have the means to do so, and it's about time you treated yourself. Your finances allow you to make a small investment, and you are sensible enough not to overspend. An opposition between the Sagittarius moon and Mars retrograde can put us in touch with our personal power without sacrificing our sympathy toward others. Remember that helping others and you can helps you score karma points while providing an excellent outlet for this aspect. The energy here could make people a bit insensitive and more oriented around themselves, so try not to lose touch with your empathy, and avoid triggering discussions that could lead to arguments. Energy levels could take a hit as well, so try to pace yourself if you start to feel sluggish. If you can, go to bed a bit earlier tonight. In the late afternoon, the Sun exits broad-minded Sagittarius and enters tenacious Capricorn, the sign of the sea goat. Its ingress corresponds to the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere and the summer solstice in the southern hemisphere, marking the shortest and longest days of the year respectively. During Capricorn season, we seek to erect stable foundations upon which to build an enterprise. Our goals may be work-oriented, aligned with Capricorn perseverance, or relationship-oriented, aligned with Capricorn loyalty. Capricorn is a cardinal earth sign. It archetypally resonates with initiation, as well as with grounding our desires and visions into a tangible container. For any great work to be accomplished, we must be aware of the time, resources, and energy that we can devote to it. We must persist despite stacked odds, yet also know when to cut our losses. Here, we have a true opportunity to work literal magic, pulling our imaginative designs out of the ether, turning our fantasies into realities. In the late afternoon, the Sun squares off with Jupiter in Aries, an aspect that will play a role in the upcoming December 23rd new moon. This transit makes us indulgent and overly optimistic. We can lose focus and become less disciplined in our work, believing that everything will organically sort itself out without applied attention. However, the Capricorn Sun is an especially committed sun, so we have less to worry about in terms of follow-through. In fact, that may be the central problem. During the Sun-Jupiter square, we risk zealously making too many promises under the assumption that we can accomplish whatever we set our minds to. In the heat of the moment, we have no doubt that our initiatives will succeed. Yet when the dust settles, we may find that we've taken on too many assignments and we are unable to quit any of them. The best approach now is to wait and think about things before committing. Give yourself a week before firming up any plans.